Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another lesson for the day. I brought my cup of coffee with me this time. The weather is proving to be very wet. So I got myself a cup of coffee. And I can sit and be grateful to the energy, which I am very grateful. Just feeling. That's good, you know, because there's energy out there that's opening up and wanting to share. I love it when it rains, though. Everything gets a good washing, you know. Washing away dirt, stuff that we don't need anymore, piling up. It's like cleaning house. And that's what's going on, with all the way the planets are shifting, and as the days go by, it's all the habits that we have for the seasons that turn. It's all ritual. And sometimes it's good to pay attention to the rituals that we do. And check in every now and again to make sure that the ritual is still effective. Sometimes we have to change, eh? Thank you, Spirit. What is the lesson for today? What does the collective need to learn today? I thank you for protecting the collective, keeping us safe. Thank you for protecting me and keeping me safe. What is the lesson for today? What do we need to learn today? Thank you, Spirit. The Three of Wands. This is a 3. Obviously, it's a lower arcana. I'm stealing a sip while it's hot. So, the 3. Well, we know it's an odd number. And this 3 is, of course, the wands. So, it's passionate. My favorite thing. Passion towards exploration, just like in the 3 of Cups, where we take what we know and we go on. Well, in the 3 of Wands, we're waiting, we're holding on to hopes of the work that we've done in the past is going to come in with, well, we could say riches. I mean, just, you know, the effects of the work that we've done will prove to be a profit. But because it's not the coin, it's what I'm trying not to bring it to value in monetary sense, but it does mean that, because it's like, for example, you're a writer. Your passion is to write, and you write a story, and you send it off to the publisher, and now you're waiting for it to give you the results of, it's a wonderful story and it's going to be a bestseller, but you don't know that it will be. You can't know, because you're going on hope. You're going on effort of energy that you put out there. You know, that drive to be creative. your bravery to put pen to paper, for example, and write the story is where the miracle is. And because you did what you loved from beginning to end, you completed the work and you sent it in, there is a hope and there is a chance that it will become a bestseller. Now, it doesn't mean that just because you write a story, you finish it and send it in, that it is the bestseller. Maybe you did it too quickly, or you didn't research your characters enough, and the publisher comes back and says, well, it's a good idea, but you're missing a lot. You need to, I'll give you a few pointers, etc. That is the possibility with this card, because we don't know the result is going to be in our favor. And that's where the lesson comes in, being able to walk away from a loss. For example, the book failed, or the publisher refused, or the storyline wasn't enough. And now you have to walk away from the idea of that book being published. But do you stop writing because of it? Do you give up on the passion of creativity because it didn't come in to the success that you were expecting didn't come in? See, that's the lesson. Being able to start over. Taking the one wand and leaving behind work that you've done that didn't pan out, but still taking that flame of creativity with you. Let's see what the tool is. Well, manifestation, the magician. He's back again. Interesting. I'm enjoying my coffee. Well, our magician, remember, Spirit is working with us here. This is a lower arcana, this is a higher arcana. So we have all the power to start up again and rewrite the story. I'm kind of going with the writing thing. It's because of the weather. Very poetic, gray and okay. So he's very creative, this magician here, and his wand could be taken as a wand, and that'll give us the Four of Wands. And then the Four of Wands is self-exploration in this deck. Okay, in overall, Four of Wands is what we know as the marriage card. But in this lesson, the fourth wand here, this magician, is thinking up a new strategy, a new plan, a new story, or maybe fixing the story, whatever. I mean, it's just a scenario. But the point is that this is the key to wanting to go forward with a new idea. Being that second wind of, well, all right, I'm waiting to get the results, and I'll put enough space between me and this project that if it doesn't pan out, then I'll just move on to the next one. That's what this would represent in respect to what do I do if it doesn't work. Let's see what Spirit is doing. Oh my goodness, this is nice. So now we have a reason to move forward. You see, we have our Queen of Pentacles. Now we remember her. She is the earth sign here. She represents everything that Mother Earth can give us for sustenance, to live, because she represents the coin. So she would be like a working mom who takes care of everybody in the household and makes sure that the vacations are set up right and the picnics are ready to go and kids have everything they need for school when the time comes. Okay, there's like it's clockwork with this queen here. She is a provider. She is a nurturer. She fosters and makes sure that everybody has what they need when they need it. Okay, so the reassurance is what Spirit is giving us through our Queen of Pentacles. And not to mention, she represents the goddess on the high arcana level, but this is lower arcana, so Spirit is bringing it down to earth. So that's what she represents. She's just so natural that she's down to earth and straightforward and just ready to go when it's time. So what's the gift? Well, my magic word, healing. Spirit, again, see, spirit, 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 us. So Spirit is making sure the path is clear for us to take that leap of faith. If we want to connect this to the last couple of reads there, where the Fool showed up. And I tell you, this is, Spirit giving us all the wisdom to take that step forward. So it's the same lesson, just coming around in another way, another set of cards. But the twist here is our patience, our ability to wait for the right moment to wave the wand, with the reassurance that we will not miss the mark, to come to the end where we are healed by Spirit. Oh my goodness, the bottom of the deck. Sorry about that. I had to run off and run right back. So we were at the bottom of the deck. Destiny. Now, let's just run through this a little bit here again. Catch my thought. I was thinking of the Magician here, that key to the lesson of being able to walk away because you don't know if what you have done will come to fruition, but you have the hope because you believe in your wand, you believe in what you do. See, that's where the nurturing, fostering comes in. That confidence of, I can do this, I can do it. But being able to get yourself to the point of doing that something, you still have to allow for the possibility that it may not work, being the reality. They say being a realist, the practicality, because she's practical, and this queen, she's very practical. She doesn't waste. And she doesn't venture into things that take on that tone of, yeah, this isn't going to work. I mean, it's a risk, but she doesn't do risk in that way of, well, we'll just fly off and do this, like what the Prince of Wands, where he's a quick thinker and he doesn't think the plan all the way through. He just runs off and starts off, and if it doesn't come to fruition, well, it doesn't come to fruition. We'll just go off and try something else. Well, she doesn't put that trust in well, okay, we'll just try it anyway. She thinks it out and makes sure that it is feasible to begin with. How feasible depends on the type of project, okay? But that's the practicality that comes in here. Then there's the healing of that trust, that faith of I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I don't know, and is it gonna come? I don't know, you know. What do I do? Well, that's where the adventure comes in. That healing heals that doubt, you know, you set your sights on that thing, and with this truth of this sword here, the way that the figure is holding, this is Perseus, I think, holding on to the sword of truth. This would be what would be Excalibur in the mythic world. But again, marking the sights, you know, making sure that you know what you want before you set out, because this is the goal. The adventure is the healing. Planning for that adventure and really living it with what this queen brings, which is everything that we could possibly want would come into going on this adventure. And I'm just knocking the deck open, but it is our destiny. Oh boy, we got a lot of cards. Okay, let's just bring it down, making sure we could see this. This is good. Here's that tower come round again. Destiny comes in now. See, we have destiny going right into the tower, bringing in more truth. This is a victory. This ace of swords is a victory. Okay, so it's the truth coming into that victory. So the goal that was set is achieved through bringing down the tower, because destiny says so. Well, we're gonna go until it stops. Oh, this, I'm gonna put it upside up because I know it was upside up. I put it back in upside down. That was my fault. Okay. Wow, just getting all these cards. Okay, we're gonna stop there. The devil with the devil with the devil and the confusion. Oh boy, and the sex. Maybe I should put it back upside down because the devil came here. Okay. Let's see what we can see. I'm gonna bring him down just because I know that my view is not as wide as this read could get. So okay. Let's see how we can make up this. What a story for a day like today. Okay. I'm loving it. Now let's see if I can see it. Okay, so we got to the destiny and we said the tower had to come down. So destiny bringing down a tower of adventure, because that's what this magician wants. He wants to go out there and do and take his future or her future, because this is neither he nor she, and this is open. This is open to male and female. So wanting to go out there and make your life fun and adventurous and practical to the point where you have everything that you need. This is true freedom. This is what we look at as a true freedom spread. Just this, okay? Because we have the passion to create, and we can walk away if we need to go off and do anew, we have the everything that we need as far as the ability, the know-how, that ability to use our abilities, because the magician is like that, and you have all of the suits are on his table, and his magic wand is the wand. So the emotion and the know-how and the passion and the practicality, all of that mixes in. So being able to stand firmly on what you believe to make your reality, or to make the adventure, which is the gift, coming in, to have that adventure, to give yourself that gift of freedom, because that's what true freedom is. To just walk away when you need to, and be able to stand up again if things don't work out, and not have to worry about where the next whatever is coming from. That is true freedom. And destiny is playing on that and saying, no, you're free. You get to go and do what you want. But then there's a tower that needs to come down right after. Destiny comes in and says, yep, you got it. Bringing down the tower. I don't see ego. Oh God, I keep knocking the deck, but no. I don't see ego, but that doesn't mean it's not a personal ego like we had in that previous read. It just means that there's a victory. There is a victory. So the circumstance that you are going through, whatever it is, you will overcome it. That's what these two together mean. Destiny comes in, the tower comes down. You win. You get some freedom. You get the truth. You get a victory. What a new beginning. And it is truth because it's the sword. So it's conversation, or not just conversation, but news. Like the news comes in, like information comes to you that makes you celebrate with things from, again, the past keeps coming up, in these reads that we get extended here. Work that was done comes to fruition. There's a victory. There's news of work that you did. The tower that you brought down brings out some form of payment, because now we're going from the wands, the passion, to the coins. So we got the 3 coins here. So there's a payout, or at least a foundation that was set is now being built upon because of the victory here, because of some news, some truth that has come to us, okay? Carrying us into a new adventure, for a new start. So work that was done now brings us to that leap of faith that we can move on. Now again, there's no figures in this, well, now we're starting to get figures. We have a Queen of Wands here, but let's just get to her, okay? This leap of faith that is taken is gone to a party, a celebration. The 9 of Cups. Now, being that there's no figures, that makes it interesting, because it's personal. Again, this is personal, eh? This is very personal. This is very singular. This is attributes. This is spirit working, giving us the way, clearing the path. So this is very personal. Again, this may not be so personal, but then again, it might. This is depending on your situation. If you have actually gone through an ordeal where a tower needs to come down, be it with a personal self-exploration type tower where you are just growing on your own and realizing changes in your own life, singular, or if you are in a group and then there's activities that go on that now you are a part of, that has to end for the greater good of all, in that sense, because there's a victory here, then that work this is like behind the scenes showing itself to us, in other words, because there's no figures in here other than now the Queen of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles, okay? But we know that this is qualities. This is qualities. We could take on a personage and say, okay, well, this is a woman who works and is probably a single mom that is really struggling and make ends meet, and wondering if what work efforts that she's put out would come into fruition. Well, the answer is a yes, if we want to go that way. Even if it is a male who has that nurturing temperament of the Queen of Pentacles, but you are a male looking at this and questioning your future, because this is a future card, eh? And everything that you've been through now brings you to self-realization where you are ready to go out and have a good time, but you will not make an offer because of mind games that have been going on. And that's probably what caused the Tower, and that's what's probably bringing in the truth for work that was done. Again, it's three is like groups of people, so within a group, or yeah, it could be for work. The news of work that you wanted is now coming in, and you choose not to take the job. Okay, we have 9, 10, and 11, and that creates a doorway, because this could be mind games or self-doubt, doubt in the self, because the commitment that you had or thought you were going to have is now destroyed because the Tower came down. Okay, maybe you found out at the party that party that you went to yesterday with the reading before that was crashed. Hey, we can say anything at this point because it's a Tower and there was a celebration. I mean, maybe you broke up this is where the Tower happened, that your relationship was broken up, because it comes right after the party, and it was destined to happen because of either mind games that were happening, because this is about mind games, and it could just be in yourself where you realize, no, I'm really not ready for that queen, because the devil is here. The devil is stopping confusion. Let's just be clear on that. And then there's a lot of sex happening here, and I'm saying it only because the devil is here, but it doesn't just mean just that. And we're going to go a little further just because I want to be a little... Here we go. We're going to stop here. Okay. Here's our goddess and the strength. So if it is that you are in... Because this is a singular read here. This I appreciate that. That's why I'm going a little further, because we are looking into, seriously looking into walking away from mind games and confusion. And we have the strength. At least it's right here. We have that strength. And we have the know-how, the goddess. We have the know-how of how love works and what love represents, because we are well versed in how to manifest real love and how to manipulate. Because if we can manifest, that means we know how, we know the effect, we know the cause, And because the Empress does come up with the Strength card, and it just keeps opening. Yeah. There's healing again. You see the strength to hold on to what you believe in. To stand up and fight for what you worked hard for. That comes here too. The truth. Okay? That independence. Because that's where this is going, eh? To stand on your own. Not sure if it went like this. I think it's like this. Yeah, it's a lot of cards. I'm getting confused. Okay, so the confusion comes like this. It was like so. Yeah. So the confusion in the 9 here, again, another 9, you see, oof, we're just going all over the place. But just to say, this 7 here, let's just be realistic here. Passion for what you hold dear, okay? That's what you want to hold on to. That's what you're fighting to hold on to. That's why you put your efforts in. That's why you are manifesting. That's why you are holding on to what you call stability, because that's what this card represents. To get away from the confusion that the devil is actually stopping. You see? Because it goes up, eh? This thing climbs. It's getting to be out of hand here. Yeah. But we're going to end it on the end of a cycle. It ends with the end of a cycle, just desserts. So fruition does come for the work that you have done. This is financial stability is what happens. Severing the ties, okay, is what this gives us the ability to do. Our integrity determines our next move. So as much as we wait and we wonder, we prepare ourselves. We prepare ourselves to, in this case, not make an offer because we don't want to get into confusion with certain parties. See this? This Queen of Wands here is her determination that I mentioned. Again, it was in the lesson before. I can't know if she's a good or bad queen at this point, but it just looks like there's something that took place, and this is the residual effect. Going out, okay, getting the truth, taking that leap of faith, this question of satisfaction, the 9 cups here, holding on to the 9 cups, holding on to the 9 of Pentacles. These 2 9s, they're very significant here because it's a question of independence. If we go back to the lesson from before, it keeps reverting to the victory card that says, no, I don't want to do anything. I will win if I don't do. I don't give that offer of commitment because there are mind games surrounding it, and it wouldn't be valid, and it would not be accepted by a woman who is strong-willed and is determined and passionate about what she believes in, because the integrity is there, eh? Don't forget, you in your integrity going out to make an offer to somebody, they're standing in their own integrity. So if there's mind games going on, and this woman is the type of woman that she is, where she doesn't play those types of games, you know? Well, yeah, she's not going to accept that. And look, the devil is right before her, between her and the confusion. Let's just bring it to the reality here. See? We have the devil between the Queen of Wands and the confusion card. So the devil is going to stop any confusion that would come from an offer. And this is why the offer is not being made. Because the devil knows, and the queen probably knows too, that no, she's not going with it. Because there's financial independence of, and when I say financial independence, that comes in with the destiny card, eh? Destiny will bring in anything that needs to come in. And if this is a financial situation where the story is I won't ask because I know that she'll say no because of what I've done or what's been going on around her. She's connected to mind games, and then that tower is coming down. Either way, it's going to come to an end. Love does rule, gives the strength to go on. And then the cycle will start up with love, because it ends here, right? This is the last card, the final chapter to be the new beginning, which is love. So the sense and sensibility of not making that offer, if you really must go and listen to the tail end of that previous read, you don't have to listen to the whole thing, because you're just sort of bringing it to connect with that the end of that read, where the king has the ability to make the offer but chooses not to. Sounds like we just picked it up from there on this read. Let's take a oracle message now before so many things have been said. Again, it comes back to the lesson of being able to walk away, because that is what it is, and for the reasons for integrity, to keep that integrity intact, to walk away from a mind game coupling. Maybe that's it, that the integrity figured out that the offer was being made to a woman who wasn't worthy of that offer, who probably plays mind games. I mean, you take it as it resonates, okay? Because the offer is turned down by the person making the offer, not by the actual Queen of Wands here, because the offer is behind her. She either doesn't know that offer was made or would be made. She has no clue of this. This is in back of her. She comes to the fore, and before her is it's the indecision card or the mind games card, because this is internal, because I don't feel like I can make the offer, because for whatever reason, this is the 9 of Cups here. 9 of Cups is you're satisfied, and there's something that's not satisfactory for this offer not to go through, and that has to do with the Tower. That has to do with the truth that this offer is now turned upside down, where it not being made because of mind games. So the Queen is actually protected. That Queen of Wands, she's not she's not in the negative here. What a story, though. But there is love that comes, and good on you if you are able to decipher that you would meet a person and be able to read that person, just like in the King of Cups, that you would know that you could or shouldn't make that offer. Being able to discern. being practical. Yes, adventurous, but with integrity. And you would know for sure if you should or shouldn't make that offer. And that's amazing. That's amazing. That's just amazing. I mean, I've gone off of beautiful and I've gone on to amazing. Thank you, Spirit. I hope this makes sense to some of you, and I hope it doesn't bring in any doubts for the, if you are looking to make an offer to someone. Just be clear on the, what you're making that offer for, and to who you're making the offer, that this person is able to accept or even contemplate taking on your offer. This is a deep lesson here, very sensitive too, because it's about being able to discern properly with your integrity. Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Wow, we went far with those cards though. What is the oracle message for this lesson? But I'm so glad that it fills in with integrity intact, and discernment, and adventure, and of course the devil, because we know there's it just makes it balanced. It's not just about running out and having sex and then running off to another one the next whenever, Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's celebration. So maybe this was supposed to be upside up, but I'm going with it upside down because the devil is here, because of the 5 of Swords. Being able to discern who you really want to go out and party with. I am fertile in what I seed, for there is reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. Destiny says that there is a party that you need to go to. Destiny says that if you need to make an offer, you'll choose the right person to make that offer to, because of what happened. See, this is the key. This Tower and this Ace of Swords is the key as to if you actually make the offer and to who you make that offer to. This is beautiful. It's oh boy. Orgasm. And the love spell. We're just rotating around that read from the other day. Okay, so again, 9 and 2 is 11. So there's a portal that opens up. With the portal, oh boy, this is just too deep. This is amazing. Where's the Ace of Swords? Where is it? Why do I have 11? 9. Oh, it's here. 9, 10, 11. The portal opens up. Okay, because that's it. When you choose the right person, trust your body, elevate your spirit, open the gates to your renewal. This is where all this sex comes in. Because when you choose the right person, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. The fact that the devil came in here to block the confusion, because there is some confusion that is, again, this Tower, okay? But this Tower coming in and the devil being here to block confusion is really to say you learned your lesson. You know how to choose. You know when to walk away. And you know what to walk away from. Because it could just be that the reason that this is reversed is because of the confusion. The person that you would be making that offer to is tied up in confusion. And you don't want to be in that confusion. So you don't make the offer. But being able to discern that. Again, practicality. the know-how, all the wisdom, and the ability to start over. Because there is a love spell that needs to be made. Let the honey of your soul swell in the depths of love. And I would say that is for our goddess here, because of the strength to move on. See, we move on. There's more cards. And then the prince goes on. Look, see, goes out again. He makes another offer. Going off into smooth and happy times. Because of the regrets. He's going to heal. And then he's going to go out again. Because he's got that drive to make that offer. And then the scenario starts up until the prince finds his queen. Becomes a king. Like in the last story. And self-worship. Again, our wildcat is around with that confusion card. Let's just take a quick look. Self-worship. My hands fold as I speak to the stars, watching as the sky holds its breath. It's in the stillness that I find all that I am and all of divinity within me. Self-worship. Taking care of you. Being able to indulge. Being able to feel when to make the moves and know that you have everything that you need when you are ready to make your move. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. If this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry. It'll come around again. Love and light.